Now on to round 5 of the league that I've recorded from late last year. We're currently 4-0. We're aiming for the 5-0 here. Unfortunately for me, I'm really bad at punting these. I have a tendency to get really lazy and stop caring. I'm usually pretty happy to go 4-1 already. I really do need to get in the habit of just walking away and coming back a little bit later when I'm not feeling just so chuffed with myself. We're playing against Burn. Which I think we're pretty well set up here to win against, to be honest. So what can we do here? So I guess we're going to... I think that was really bad. I feel like we just punted quite a bit. So we really need to dodge idle on this turn. So we can put 3 cards in the graveyard this turn, which doesn't get our Cabal Ritual online. And we need the Cabal Ritual. Okay, I'm pretty happy to see Chain Lightning. It means that nothing he can do is lethal against us. And so we're just going to fetch out a couple of lands here. We're going to build Threshold. Oh yeah, okay, and we just find the nuts. That's fine. Whatever. I guess we'll take it if we can get it. So what we have here is just a really easy, lazy Past in Flames kill. We're just going to now fetch Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. Cabal Ritual's thresholded. So we're going to have about 1 million mana. We're going to Infernal Shooter, grab a Ritual, bin Past in Flames, flashback Past in Flames, and just tendrils him out from there. So he should probably scoop here unless he really wants to sit through the rest of our turn. Which it looks like he's thinking about doing, or at least just counting what's in our graveyard. I guess he's just kind of hoping we'll punt and probe or something. Or misclick. I guess that's his out from here. So I guess we might as well flash back the rest of our rituals just in case he's got something that we don't know about. And yeah, look, the moment we show him the tendrils, he lets it go. So we'll bring in a couple of Disfigures. We'll bring in a couple of Echoing Truths. We'll bring in and Empty the Warrens and a couple of Abrupt Decays. So the reason we're boarding like that is Burn decks online tend to have something like 4 Eidolons and 2 to 4 Pyrostatic Pillars. Otherwise, this Storm matchup kind of blows. So we need to bring in lots of removal. Disfigure's not great here. I'm not going to lie. That only hits Eidolon. However, we kind of need a lot of removal, and we need anything we can get. Anything we can take. We're bringing in Empty the Warrens. It gives us like a nice. If we can resolve it on turn 1 for 10 goblins, we probably get there. We should mulligan this, by the way. It's shocking. It's really slow. we bring in our bounce spells for obvious reasons. We bring in Abrupt Decays for obvious reasons. We bought out basic land because we don't care about Price of Progress. Price has probably bought it out by them in this matchup as it's a bit slow and we often only have 2 lands. Win or lose. Okay, so this hand here is really contingent of getting off it's hinging really heavily on our Abrupt Decays and a Brainstorm. Cabal Rituals are our slow rituals. Okay, so there's a Pyrostatic Pillar, so we'll fire off the Brainstorm now. And we're basically fucked. Our biggest hope here is that he surgicals or something. And I think we actually probably... So we need to take 2 off our Gitaxian Probe here so that we don't get too badly Brainstorm locked. And he's got an Eidolon of the Great Revel and a Monastery Swiftspear, so if we can... if we can draw exactly land next turn and stay alive for long enough to resolve both our Abrupt Decays, we can win. So we're going to go down to 14, probably 13 if we draw a land. Petal will have to do. So we're going to go down to 10, and then we're going to go down to 3. No, sorry, we're going to go down to 10, and then we're going to go down to 8, sorry. And I guess we need to Abrupt Decay Eidolon here. I think we want to Abrupt Decay Eidolon in combat. The reason being we want our opponent to cast as many spells as possible before then. So I wonder if we scooped a little bit too early. So we're going to take 4 damage there. If we untap, we'll be on 6, we'll untap. Hard to know. So we untap. We'll go to 4. And I guess we've got to dodge a spell. I think we should keep this, and maybe we should, yeah, okay, so we're Therapy for Eidolon turn 1, because we're going to Brainstorm Therapy turn 2. We'll name Eidolon because it's more likely that they have 4 Eidolon main board, and they might only have like a couple of Pyrostatic Pillars post board. And look, we get really lucky and we hit double Eidolon, and there's a Pyrostatic Pillar which we're going to take next turn. Okay, and this is a little bit shit here, really. We kind of wanted to hit business there. We're doing okay, just because we're going to have the therapy for the Pyrostatic Pillar. And so I think at the moment, our opponent has almost nothing going on, so he needs to top deck really well moving on. Okay, so his top deck Pyrostatic Pillar, which is very bad for us. We need now to find removal. He's top decked amazingly well throughout this game. Now we've been a little bit lucky as well. We found, look, we managed to therapy and hit double Eidolon on the first turn, and we managed to have yet another therapy to take out his other Pyrostatic Pillar. But this is just absurd. We need to take the decay. So that's an awkward one, because I think we want to take the decay. And I think in our turn we want to cast the decay and then okay, so double Pyrostatic Pillar is very... So yeah, he's just found all our hate, so not much we can do.